Welcome to the fourth and final part of this series of videos on how to make this loan payment calculator. A calculator where you can enter principal, interest rate, and then the term, and it'll calculate what your payments are. This is the fourth video. In the first video, we looked at how to set up the background with the scaffold, including the app bar, the payment calculator, and the icon. In the second video, we looked at stateful widgets to understand how we apply these principles to what we need to do. In the third video, we built out the app, except that we used a simple formula instead of the actual formula to calculate the loan payment, so we could completely test out the model. In this fourth video, we're going to update that formula. So here's the formula. The formula is pretty complex, and each of those algebraic characters stands for something. So M will be the monthly payment of the result we're looking for. P will be the principal or loan amount. R is the interest rate. N is the loan term, or the number of months for which loan payments will be made to pay the loan down. Now, looking at that little caret there, that's raised to the power, that's handled in a different way in Flutter than many other languages. So here's the code. We look at this code and go ahead and run it just to get a flavor of where we are. And here it is. We've got the boxes, we've got the text. It's just that the formula has not been updated. So let's enter 100 up here, 10 here, and 1. And when we calculate, we get the result of 111, which is just an addition of the three numbers. Now, we need to close this. We need to stop this and go back and take a look at the code and now fix the code so that the calculation gives us the correct result. The code right now says it's num1, num2, and num3 added together is what the result is. Then there's an error handling routine, which we're not using at this point. So let's go and look at what the code should look like. This is what the code should look like. And let's uncomment this. And we immediately see some errors pop up. We'll go and look at the errors in a little bit, but first let's comment out the simplified formula. So we're left with the formula that we want, which is the correct formula. Now the correct formula is up there, and the is button pressed is still active. So here we have num1, which is the loan, num2, that's the rate. POW is a function that raises something to the power of. So let's run it. We see the error. Let's go take a look at the errors. And we say that the method POW isn't defined in the calculator state, body state. And that's because we need to add another package. That function is not included in material.dart. For that, we add this package, dart math. So import dart:\math. When we do that, the problems or the errors go away. So let's run it now. And here it is. Let's enter 100,000 and 8% and 30 years. And it calculates that the monthly loan payment is $733.76. And that seems right. Now you can go in there and change that, and when you do, the calculate button becomes active. At 7%, that 733 becomes 665. And the calculate button becomes inactive. Now when we change that again to 4%, the calculate button's active, and that's 477. A few months ago, rates were 4%, and now they're heading towards 7 or 8%. Now you can look at $200,000 loan and say the interest rate is 3%, and look at the payment, and you can see that the payment's $843. So that's what this app does, and you built it from scratch. So if you go back and look at part 1, 2, 3, and 4, it brings you all the way up here where you can build this app. In this app, we're not storing any values beyond the session. So when you open a session, there's no data there. It starts from scratch. In the next series of videos, we'll look at a program in which we store data locally. And then when the app is reopened, that stored data is persistent. So that'll be the next set of videos. It'll take me a little while to figure it, but I thank you for watching this. And if you have any questions or even insights for someone learning these languages, Please share it below in the comments. Would love to learn from your expertise. Thanks so much for watching.